Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we are going to be showcasing, yes, another infinite combo. In this case, it is going to be Dmg 2. I'm sure you guys aren't super surprised. You know, there's a lot of unique interactions with this fruit. You need to understand this right here, okay? All right, so basically, the gist of this is learning how to stun stack, okay? As you can see, look how slow I did these M1s. I'm going to play these clips a couple times back. Okay, I did slow M1s, and no, look at the speed I'm doing them. I'm doing them slow enough to where he can't get out of them. And then I use my 4 skill because it has so much, or not enough windup to where I can make this true. So this combo I'm about to show you, he does 5 M1s. It's better to do 4 M1s because 5 isn't entirely true. However, with this next one right here that I'm about to show you, you need to know how to keep them in place with M1s. As you can see, I'm going to slow it back down. I'm M1ing him so that when he's trying to fling away, he can't fling away. And you can get 4 M1s in there. And then, here's another thing. This isn't a trillion percent, like 100% of the time true all the time. But it is really easy, as you can just see from this clip that I did. That was completely true. 5 M1s into the 3 skill. Super simple, super easy. Just learn that. We're going to go over it one more time. Look at how I'm stun stacking. Look at the speed of my M1s. And then I do my 4 skill. This is entirely true. This is necessary for the infinite combo. In this second clip, you see me keeping them in place with the M1s before it explodes. And I do 5 into the 3 skill, which also gives me enough time to make this entire combo true. You need to understand like a trillion, or I shouldn't say a trillion, it's only like a few different texts and variables that go into this. So when you're doing your combo, you make sure you keep them in place or they fling properly. There's a lot that goes into this one. It's not just a simple M1 into this, M1 into that. There's a lot of specific things that you need to do for this to work. Today I'm going to be explaining that. Obviously, first we're going to start off with the infinite combo, but then later I'm going to show you guys some fruit mastery and the normal combo and how you can incorporate your 4 skill, because literally nobody uses his 4 skill. But yeah, if you guys enjoy this combo, do make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more infinite combos, let me know, because I do have, let me see, there's the Gear 5, then there's the Ice V2, and then the Magma V2. Yeah, okay, so there's a lot more infinite combos I will be showing sooner or later. But yeah, we're going to rock out with the Dmg 2 combo, and feel free to join my Discord. We're hosting a tournament this weekend for $100, so get up in here. All right, look, so here we're starting off with the perspective of the person getting attacked. And as you can see from the top left, he isn't full health, but that doesn't matter because nonetheless, this is still an infinite combo. So it's also very situational because you start with the 1 skill very close, but hey, infinite combo is an infinite combo. Basically, you just do what I showed you guys earlier. You do the 4 M1s, and then you wait for it. Do 5 M1s into your 3 skill. Super simple, super easy. You guys can definitely all do that. I showed you how. Then you just go into your 2 skill and repeat the exact same thing that you just did. Another 1 skill into the air, 4 M1s, wait, and here the guy does 5 M1s into the 5 skill. This is something you don't do. You do 4 M1s and stun stack it exactly like I showed you, because 5 is very inconsistent, it's very fling dependent. But as you guys are noticing a pattern, it's literally just rinse and repeat. You're seeing, yes, he's going the 1 skill up in the air, he's doing the 9 M1s into the 3 skill, and then he pulls them again with the 2 skill up in the air, yet again, another 1 skill. And then right here, I'm pretty sure he just goes into Buzz Cut. That is a one-shot combo, and he didn't even use the Buzz Cut. But had he been full health, I'm sure the Buzz Cut would have full killed. This entire combo full kills. And before I replay that clip, I am going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4. You do it exactly at that speed, and they can't get out of it no matter what. So the 5 M1s is super inconsistent, but as you can see from this clip right here that I'm showing you, so easy. I promise you this is true. With my whole heart, I promise you it's true. And then this is a very common thing you'll notice is shooting it up in the air, and you have to make sure that they stay there with the fling. You can do 4 M1s, you can do 3 M1s, it does not matter. Combo still 1 shots. Then you just do 5 M1s into the 3 skill. Super simple, you guys got that. Now I'm going to replay this infinite combo clip one more time. As you can see, it is situational, but like I said before, nonetheless, infinite combo, okay? Into the air, you guys just do the 4 M1s, cancel it, and then you do 5 M1s in the 3 skill. Super simple, like I taught you earlier. Then you can get a couple more M1s, and then you use your 2 skill. Same rinse and repeat process. 1 skill up in the air, do your damage, get your 4 M1s, wait for 5 more M1s, and then into your 4 skill. But we don't do 5. we do the 4, and we stun stack it to make sure that it doesn't go wrong and the fling can't mess us over. But yeah, another 1 skill up in the air, doing our damage, into the 3 skill again, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Once you get that down, the whole combo is easy. Another 2 skill, another 1 skill up in the air, 1, 2, 3, 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then finally into the buzz cut. And this combo, one shots. This combo does well over 1300 damage. You guys can for sure nail this. Anyone that has any knowledge on the game or can learn those things that I just showed you, for sure you guys got that. Now, like I said before, since that combo can be impractical, you typically are just going to start with your 1 skill. So here's a better variant. 1 skill, do your 2 skill, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that in case you mess it up, it doesn't matter. You'll forever have that. Then you do some M1s, go into your 4 skill. This isn't a very M1 reliant combo. You'll notice it's like some few themes, but it's a little M1 reliant. Okay, the combo ends a lot shorter. This is the most bread and butter basic combo that any DoV2 will show you, or any DoV2 will do. It does a little bit under 1,000 damage. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It does a little bit under 900 damage is what I meant to say, because he does end up being at 420 something. That is the most basic version of the DoV2 combo. Once you guys master canceling the fling by just getting M1s in before it explodes, you guys got that combo easy. Now here's the second clip, okay? This one does way more damage. If you start with your 2 skill, you can do the exact same thing I was showing you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one gets a little tricky because you have to do the 5. Trust me, it's true. Doesn't look true. That's true. And then you just go in your 5 skill. Super easy, super simple. And then, yet again, you go up into the air with your 1. There's so many variants and so many different combos that these are all just so good. Yeah, you want to do that damage that I just showed you. You know, you get 2 skills. It does break the 900 damage threshold. I believe it almost is 1,000 damage. You know, especially with these M1s, it is very close to 1,000 damage. It does a ton of damage, but the only way to start that is with the 2 skills, so that is a little bit impractical. Here's another one starting with the 2 skill. Yes, impractical, I know, but some people will be caught by it. Trust me. You just do your 4 M1s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3 skill, like I showed you guys earlier. Doesn't look true. Promise you it's true. Even if that one isn't true, you guys have seen me do it true. Promise it's true. Yeah, so then you just do your 5 up in the air, rinse and repeat process that I showed you guys earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you want to back up a little bit. Use your 2 skill again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here, obviously, the trident came back, but that doesn't matter because roll your boat. And you saw what I did from last time. This one's super simple. You guys can do that as well. It's basically like a worse version of the one I just showed you guys, but it can show you that it's not consistent 1,000,000,000% of the time. It just does a lot of damage. And if you're careful with how you do things, you can for sure nail this. Now here's where it gets tricky. We're going to be incorporating our 4 skill into the combo. I personally love it because the burn damage is just so nice. It just stops health regen and it goes far beyond the combo's potential. It's just a newer way to do it. But yeah, it's a practical way of starting it. So we start with our 1 skill. We throw up our 4 immediately, go into our 2, go into our 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And yes, it has a lot of end lag, but not enough to stop you from making this a completely true combo. Trust me on this. This is true.
Was it visible?
And then, like I showed you guys earlier, you go up, and except this time, you're just doing 4 M1s with that. And by that, I mean, obviously the 4 skill, the power dough. And then you just go into buzz cut, and they're burning this whole time. It seems like a super short combo. It is a much shorter combo, but promise you, it's the same damage as the first combo I showed you guys that is in the infinite combo. As you can see over here, he's still burning, and that burn lasts for a long time. I promise you, he's burning that entire combo. So yeah, he gets pretty low, and that's a really good combo to do. Here's another version of it, obviously starting with the 1 skill, because yes, I like to be practical around here. Then we go into the 2, into the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yet another down at the ground, 5 skill. This move does a ton of damage. It also procs burn, so all the burn is stacking. Back up into the air, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we just go into the buzz cut. It's pretty simple. Even if that doesn't look true, it will be true. You just have to like time the end lag with the 4 skill M1s properly, and it's really simple. Every single person watching this video can do that so easily. All of you can do it. It does so much damage. The burn lasts forever, and if you're on DoV2, hits like a truck. But yeah, I didn't want to make this a super long video. I kind of wanted to keep it around the same threshold as I had the other infinite combos. Literally just showing you guys the infinite combo, explaining how to do it, explaining what makes it work, why it works, and obviously the mastery in case you can't nail that combo for whatever reason and you want to use Dovey2 anyway. I thought I'd give you guys the bread and butter combos and how to incorporate your 4 skill because literally nobody uses it. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, do make sure to like and subscribe. We do have a tournament coming up in my Discord for $100, so make sure to join my Discord if you want to enter that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, or you can come talk to me personally. I'm in VC in my Discord more often than not. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you guys.